basically all ended with about a 4-minute Zoom call. He said, there's no more work for you here at Sky, so we're going to terminate your contract. So then I said to him, I said, okay, fair enough. I said, can I just ask you a question? I said, has this got anything to do with what I've been posting on social media? Because obviously I've been quite controversial in my views, apparently, which I thought were quite centrist. But and he turned around and he went, he said, we do have to take into account the reputation of our company when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that for me was like, yes, basically.
Yeah.
And so I just turned around and I went, well, I said, it's interesting. I said, because you didn't seem too bothered about the reputation of your company when you re-employed Jamie Carragher after he spat a young girl out of his car. And I see him just go, and he went, well, we can't talk about other people really, and that's how it all ended. It was quite sad, really, after 18 years.
Yeah, absolutely sounds that way. It seems a very strange world where someone can get in more trouble for saying something than for
doing something
in public. That seems very bizarre to me.
It is bizarre, but I think it is what it is. I'm not bitter about it in any way, shape or form. I was disappointed at the way they finished it. I knew at some point my time would come to an end, and that's fine. As I said, 18 years altogether in the end, working for them. That's a pretty good stint.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have been able to have lasted that long. And life moves on and you go on to do different things, and that's what my path was meant to be, and I just crack on and get on with it.
It seems to have worked well for you so far, as you say, to be a person that goes with the flow and treats things that way. Will there be any part of you that might be a little bit happy, perhaps, if Jamie Carragher meets an end? Is there any ill will there, thinking this is unjust, this is unfair, and if he goes for something slightly controversial that he perhaps shouldn't have said, there'd be a little bit of joy there?
Not really. I don't really care about Jamie Carragher, to be honest. He cares more about me. That I think the fact that he gets more upset about things that I say,
right,
gives me a nice inner glow, because I know that he'll be upset when he hears that story again. Yes. Because he rang me last summer, actually, because I spoke about it for the first time in a podcast last year, and he'd obviously heard it and wasn't very happy. And I was in London last summer with my parents and my family, all my brothers, and we're out shopping, and I got a phone call, a number I didn't recognise.
Yeah.
And so I picked up and went, hello. He went, Tissier, it's Carra. And I was like, all right, mate, how you doing? He's like, I'm not happy. I was like, what do you mean? He went, I'm not happy with you. He said, I heard that podcast, you talking about me spitting at a girl. I went, all right. So what was the problem? He went, you shouldn't be talking about that. I was like, it happened, didn't it? He went, yeah. He said, you're stirring it all up and it's not good for my family. And I went, but it did happen, didn't it? I said, you did do it. He went, yeah. He said, you shouldn't be bringing that up. I went, Jamie, I said, it's not my fault that you spat at a girl. It happened. And if I want to talk about it, I'm well within my rights to talk about it. If it didn't happen and you're telling me that it never happened, that's fine. But it happened. I said, so it's not really my fault that your family are upset, is it? At some point, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and it's actually you that's upsetting your family by your actions. Well, no, I'm not happy about you doing that. And honestly, he was ranting at me and swearing at me down the phone for about 10 minutes. And I'm just walking along the street in London just like that. And then my wife joined me. She came out the shop and I'm walking along the street. And I was like, I was very calm about everything. And he was ranting at me going, I'm going to be bang on your social media. Anything you say, I'm going to jump all over you and all this stuff. And I was like, Jamie, I said, I'm 50 odd years of age, mate. I said, I don't really care if you jump on a social media post. I don't live in that world. I know that world is not actually real life. I said, real life is what happens in every day with your family and all that stuff. I said, so don't worry about it. I said, I'm good. I said, I'm fine. I said, but you did that. You need to take responsibility for it. So anyway, the phone call ended and my missus went, who was that? And I went, oh, it's Jamie Carragher. He's a bit upset. So he just spent 10 minutes ranting at me because I brought up him spitting at a girl out of his car. And she went, you're so annoying. And I went, me? She went, yeah. I said, he's trying to have an argument with you. He said, and you don't do it. You don't rise to the bait. She said, you just stay calm. She said, it's really annoying when you do that. And I was like, oh, okay.
He wanted to really get into it with you.
Yeah, he wanted me to lose my shit.
Yeah, you were just staying level.
He was probably recording the conversation.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm guessing he might have been looking for a reaction from me.
Okay.
So that he could... Yeah,
could potentially use that.
I actually now wish I'd have recorded the conversation.
Yeah. It sounds
because he wouldn't have come across very well.
Yeah,
but
definitely not.
But that's not something that I would even think to do. It's not on my radar. I don't.
But I mean, as you say, you have done it. We've all seen the video. It's all out there, and we've seen it.
Not really deny that, can you?
No, and
unless it was AI generated.
I think it was a few years too early for him to be able to claim that one. We may well see people doing things like that in the future, might we? That caught doing something they shouldn't be. Like, it's not me. It's
it's AI.
It's the tech.
Yeah,
that's done that. So
yeah, that was interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
So would I have a sneaky smile if he got sacked for saying something controversial? Not really. I think I'll be the better man, bigger man, and everyone has to live their own life the way that they want to live it. You take the consequences that go with it. I've had to take the consequences of my actions over the last few years, and I've done that, taken on the chin, moved on, and I sit here today very relaxed and with no regrets about anything that I've done. I might have made mistakes, and if I have made a mistake, I'd apologise for it, because I think that's what you should do in life. I sit here with a pretty clear conscience, quite frankly.
Well, yeah, well done. I think if someone had phoned me up and was having a right go, I might wish them just a little bit of of misfortune. But there we go.
I don't carry bitterness. I don't carry regret. I don't carry jealousy.
So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you want to watch my full exclusive interview with Premier League legend Matt Le Tissier, you can do so right here.